Oh, hi there. I simply invested an entire minute and a half, nearly 2 minutes, watching an ET segment on YouTube. I normally don't watch that show because it's terrible. It's always been terrible. It's manipulative. And to be honest with you, it's run by people who are lunatics, regardless of how they've tried to clean up their act of the last little while. And there have been some instances where they've been not bad. Anyway, so I saw a clip. I saw one talking about how Lady Gaga's movie is coming out at the same time as the Venom movie with Tom Hardy. Um, as some people who watch my YouTube channel know, I do happen to have a Venom hoodie. I also got a Carnage hoodie. Um, the Venom movie, um, it's released tomorrow in my area to watch. Um, those douchebags in the upper echelon have probably already seen it and think they got one over on everybody because they've seen a movie that no one else has, and they're not going to tell anybody about it, and that therefore makes them smarter. No, it makes you a lazy pig. That's all it does. So that's if you want my opinion on the matter. And I don't, like if I got offered to join, like a internet group who got sneak peek access, I'd say, you know what I'd say? You people don't know how to write a good story anyway. Why the fuck should I waste my time? Yeah, because you got to convince me that you can write a good story. And based on the Predator movie I saw recently, I am not convinced that Venom is going to be written correctly. Um, I'm sure there'll be some things that are interesting about it. However, all in all, I don't expect it to be a good movie, and I expect Lady Gaga's movie, whatever it was called, I forget now. I expect it to be, like kind of a snore fest. Like no one except, bitter old lesbians are going to be watching it with any interest. Certainly, no, uh, uh, young adolescents who might happen to enjoy her music. Um, Her music and who she is as a person and some of the things she's done throughout her career are three separate things. And I don't think it's a homosexual thing for a male to listen to a female vocalist if she's singing the right lyrics and her voice isn't creepy. And, there have been instances where Lady Gaga has said things that are like, ew. That's like, no, thank you. You go have your party someplace else because that doesn't look like something I would be interested in. Um, so there's that to take into consideration, and in light of that, there will be some fans of Venom who also I don't want anything to do with because they are insane in a different way. Um, yeah, it's amazing. I've already talked longer on this video talking about, the tiny snippet of a video clip on YouTube than the snippet of the clip on YouTube actually was. Um, Lady Gaga is a money-hungry whore. She is. That's the bottom line. And she's done so much disgusting stuff. There's no way she doesn't have money tied into the Venom Marvel Comics concept. And I think DC was unfairly treated in regards to MCU. MCU is overrated big time. I mean, I really like Thanos. Kate Blanchett did an awesome job playing Hela. Thor was alright, although, he was a bit sanctimonious. He did have a bit of grit to him, but, he trained his whole life to do that. But, yeah, believe me, he's an asshole and you don't even know about it. And Loki, didn't like what they did with Loki, turned him into a big crybaby. And I don't even own any of the Avenger movies. I'm not going to say, there isn't one in my household because I don't have access to the basement, nor do I want to go anywhere near there. Um, that's a side note, though. I've seen too many idiots talking on the YouTube with like those stupid Asian like bobblehead things, and it's like you are a douchebag. And you want to know something? I don't want an Asian, stupid anime, hentai, whatever the fuck you call them, bobblehead collection. I have like real collections, like with good music and and also other items of interest that are far more fascinating to me than some stupid modern day Japanese abortion of a cartoon. And I'm not going to call them animes anymore. I'm going to call them cartoons because that's our name for them. And those ones are written by Japanese people or boiled eggs, as some people would say, white on the outside, yellow on the inside. Um, don't even ask what that concept is. I didn't even want to learn it myself. Anyway, Japan, not a respectable country. And sure, they got assholes, like the Yakuza and things like that, but fuck them. And they're interfering with how we run our movies over here. Um, Venom, okay, they might have improved technological things, but as far as the storyline goes, and, this could be Stan Lee's fault, I don't exactly know that. I do respect Stan Lee. However, I'm not liking what I'm seeing from Venom. The very first trailer of Venom, where he's not actually shown it until the very end, and it's only for like 2 seconds, where he's reading a poem, that was an awesome trailer. However, I have been deceived before, as far as something having an awesome trailer and then being just a load of rubbish. And StarCraft 2 would fit the bill. The original trailer that came out months and months, I forget how long, before the actual game came out, was amazing. It was spectacular. It spun, like a really awesome story. However, the video game itself had lost all of the qualities that made it a good game when it was StarCraft 1. And it's the same thing with this Venom thing. They're baiting people with, the original trailer being really good, and then, the next one's so-so, then it's, what do you got there? You got, a rampant bisexual running around on steroids. And it's like, all right, Tom Hardy, I'm sure you're a nice person to deal with if you're not doing business with you. And that's probably the same with Lady Gaga. Except, like, is this movie going to be a neurological disorder? Is it going to be Chicken Little from 1943 is my question. And it's a valid question. So that's why, like, some people go, oh, I gotta go see it tomorrow. It comes out on October the 5th. I have to go see it. Hold the fucking phone. I'll see it in a few weeks' time if I can even be bothered. I got my own things to do, and I think they're more interesting than the things that you are doing. And, everyone has their own opinion. They're allowed to have those. Except if you're under the Justin Trudeau government, then you have to go along with what he says or keep your mouth shut or you get in trouble. Yeah, it kind of makes him a hypocrite, doesn't he? Anyway, so yeah, for any, I'd say people from, age of 25 to 35 who may have experience with StarCraft 1, if they had a responsible group of friends or relatives that introduced them to the game of StarCraft at the appropriate time, they will understand what I am saying here. Because I suspect that Venom, the movie, will be, running around and it'll be, it'll be utter insanity running around. And, some people like watching that. And some people are retarded. So where do you go from there? You may notice that I'm wearing a Quiet Riot shirt. This was his best song, Metal Health. Decent song. Um, However, that's got nothing to do with this conversation. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, the Lady Gaga movie. It's like I don't know. I like would literally have to be dragged there to go see it. Like I no, I'm certainly not paying money to go see it. That's for sure. It's gonna be boring, uninteresting, and the drama. It's like no, no drama. Drama is not fun. And Venom, Venom's if he turns out to be like the googly-eyed black guy in Predator, which I think he could turn out to be, it's gonna be like, what the hell is this? This is a fucking terrible concept. Like, what kind of idiot would actually enjoy watching things where there's just a bunch of idiots running around like they're all nuts or something? And it's like, I'm sure there's a reason for it, but because there's a reason for something does not mean it is a good reason. And that is a thing that a lot of people don't understand. And sometimes it's not a reason at all. It's an excuse. And sometimes it's not an excuse. Sometimes it's a really bad excuse, an abysmal excuse. And I gotta tell you, man, like offhand, I am not that keen on seeing Venom after having watched Predator. Of course, there are two different concepts, and they got different things going on. But I can detect what the direction they want movies to go in. There are other movies coming out too, and it's like, have you people lost your shit or what? Like seriously, what did I tell you about the Venom symbiote? That essentially it is a woman. And who's to say that Venom gets its way with Eddie Brock? Who's to say that? What if Eddie Brock decides that he's done with the symbiote, the Venom symbiote? What if he decides that? And I said before, why don't you give it some Pepto Bismol? Which, would help people realize that, Venom is actually, if written incorrectly, is a stupid character, and it doesn't matter if pseudo intellectuals go, oh, but there's so much information for us to talk about on this thing, blah 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 blah. All your information is stupid information. You're not enlightened. You don't have a real opinion, and you're stupid. And if you go in there going, I'm gonna smoke a doobie before I go in there, I'm a menace to society. No, you're a little bitch being told what to do and think. You must evolve and, think for yourself. And doing what a douchebag like Justin Trudeau tells you to do is not the way to do it. Not correctly, anyway. I'm not going to say he doesn't have any points. I am going to say that he's a worthless prime minister, though. I will go so far as to say that. Yeah, so this quick snippet of Entertainment Tonight. Wouldn't recommend you watch that show. It'd be better if you could find someone who you could trust and not be a weirdo or something. Condense all of Entertainment Tonight. Take anything that was any good out of it and release a DVD of that. That would be better than having to go through all the cringe, all the horror, all the horrors and things like that, and the abysmal things that they go through all the time. And that theme song, it's just like, the pain. That truly is a sonic attack. It really is. And it doesn't matter if the things that, volume 10 or volume 50 is painful. It's like, it's just, a different kind of painful, like inaudible painful or something. That's my take on it anyway. And I'm not going to watch either movie. I certainly not going to theaters to watch the Lady Gaga film. It's not happening. I watched it as a freebie on her other one as on the TV, kind of get an idea, and it wasn't particularly good. So, I'll take that into consideration. However, Venom, I probably will watch it because now I'm kind of obligated because I have the Venom hoodie. I bought that before the first trailer came out, so you know. I actually thought it looked a bit like the Finn character because I was contemplating dressing up as Finn for Halloween. And it's a cheap way of doing it. You buy a Venom hoodie, and then you got the Vancouver Canucks jersey. And then you can be Venom. And I also had my my big mobster gangster coat on, right? So that added to it. Um, and I did this before the trailer came out, before talk of the Venom movie was really getting going. And all I'm gonna say is it doesn't matter what they put up there. There's some parts I may agree with, some parts I don't. But as far as the Venom movie is concerned, I would have written it differently, and I would be so bold as to say I would have written it correctly. Um, because it better not be as bad as Predator. Because like in 1986, Predator was an awesome movie. What's that movie? Did it come out in '86? I forget now. It came out in the '80s anyway, and the '80s were a better decade than 2010 onward. They were in a lot of ways. Um, Mostly because there's some power hungry slime balls in the U.S. that are trying to claw their way back into power, and I will be so bold as to say that it's Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, and it's like, yeah, other generations liked you, but this generation did not. I dislike Barack Obama for so many fucking reasons. And this, when was the last time we had a respectable president bullshit? Barack Obama did so many fuck ups, and it doesn't matter if he had a nice face and he was able to talk eloquently while avoiding the conversations at hand where he fucked up. In fact, that makes him a big giant pussy, which isn't surprising from his gorilla wife, Michelle. And some people would not be so daring as to say that on social media through some sort of backlash, or they're feared that some nutty Barack Obama supporter may come and get them. Donald Trump is the president. I have his shirt. I may be in Canada, but it's like, chill out. There isn't anything to worry about. So, unlike brickface Barack Obama, and 20 cigarettes a day minimum, probably 50. Imagine what his breath smells like in the morning. So when you hear all these things about how people say, "Oh, Barack Obama," and how handsome he is and things like that. Yeah, take a good look at him in a different light, and you won't think he's that handsome. And okay, Donald Trump, being the oldest president ever to be, first time round, and he really did win it on his first try. I believe him. And I believe him that he's never had a beer in his life. Never. He's never had one. I believe him. I really do. However, it is people like Barack Obama and his supporters and the minions, and then, like kind of the slaves that are of the minions, of the supporters of Barack Obama. There's probably many, many more tiers to that, that are causing the malfunctions around here. The disorganized, chaotic, stupid stuff. And it's all because they've placed their misguided beliefs in the wrong direction because they're ill-informed. If you think movies should be, like, well, dude, like, pass the dopey, man. I would like to watch the movie and like have an experience, cause like I'm at college and I know everything, and because I'm a friendly person and all that sort of stuff, that means I have friends, and if you even like contradict me and my gaggle of friends will ban you for forever over the smallest incidental, which is actually, what do you call that word? It's a word they use all the time. Oh, right, prejudice. That's what it is. If somebody doesn't fit their character, that makes them, a pariah and therefore out of society's way. So if you disagree with what these gaggle of idiots think, you become an outcast. And you want to know something? I take that as a gift, because I don't want to know the gaggle of idiots, because they are what they are a gaggle of stupid idiots. And it doesn't matter if there's a lot of them. If they're all idiots, they're all idiots. They did me a favor by making me a pariah. Because hanging out with them, they're like a brain tumor. And this all relates because it has a lot to do with the Venom movie and the pseudo-intellectuals trying to make up stories that don't make any sense in regards to the Venom character, much as they did with the Predator character, while missing the concept of what the original Predator, who he was. I had already said why I don't like the new Predator movie. It is a neurological disorder waiting to happen. And Tradouche and his plan to move marijuana forward by legalization, essentially experimenting on people and having them pay for it. Duh, yeah, you're real smart, aren't you, you gaggle of idiots? Like, how about fuck off? Anyway, went a little off track there, but there were some things I had to explain, and it all has to do with the way the movies are, the way politics is handled today, and all this sort of stuff. And it's like, I realize the comics, there are a lot of strange comics and things like that, that open the oven, they're getting thrown in there, kind of mentality, but, you know, um, everything has to be taken into consideration, and I have considered it. I will watch the Venom movie whenever I feel like it, definitely not on the first day. The Lady Gaga film, oh, begrudgingly, I might watch it at some point, but it's most certainly not anytime soon. If it was free on Netflix, sure, why not? I'd probably skim through it anyway. However, I don't believe Venom and the character it represents is written correctly. So now it's been over 22 minutes of me talking on a less than 2 minute segment on Entertainment Tonight with two douchebags talking that was on the YouTube newsfeed. And, that was as much attention as I felt like paying to them. And, they wouldn't pay attention to me. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't want them to. Because, what's a word for them? Oh, right, they're disgusting. Repulsive. I'm just like, okay. Yeah, those kind of people, please exit my channel. And that's exit with an E-X-I-T. Because I know how to spell correctly. It is not exit. Only an idiot says exit. It is exit. Anyway, that's my take. Whether you like it or not, you probably have a fuck off coming to you. So, anyway, have a good day, and don't forget to fuck off. Now, see ya.